everybody. Just doing an unboxing for you on a major deal that I got. I had discussed this deal on E4, asking people's guesses on the value of it and whether I was going to buy it or not. Turns out I did. And you guys on E4 were really close to the amount. We're talking six figures. And hopefully you'll, those of you who didn't see it, you'll go back and check out E4, the thread that, discusses this deal and what would you have thought the price was going to be. So let's open this up. Pretty good job. And I want to thank my good friend and longtime customer for doing this deal with me. He actually bought most of the stuff from me anyway years ago. And now he decided he wanted to go in a different direction, and he was nice enough to contact me first. And hopefully, because knowing how I feel about these cards, I would be just the right person to sell them back to. And so he gave me first crack at it, and I certainly appreciate that. And that's what I love about my customers. Some of them for 20 years, they've been loyal, to me that way. And they know that the cards are always going, to the right place, and that they can, always trust me and all that. And that counts for a lot. So if you're doing business, make sure that you're doing good business, and then you'll gain your customers' trust, and that can be valuable over time. So what does it look like on top of here? Okay, there's a little bit of wiggle room. I don't love that, but there sure is a lot of bubble wrap. So let's start getting out of the bubble wrap. Okay, this is nicely wrapped. Okay, let's put these out on the table. Wow. Great packing job, my goodness gracious. It is mostly PSA. It is mostly PSA cards. Oh. This one doesn't say what it is. This one looks like it used to have a card inside. Okay. Now we can throw this box away. Crash. Oh well, I don't have sound effects. Sorry guys. So, oh boy. Okay, what do we start with? Let's start with this thing. Now, this gentleman used to love to collect first edition base trainers. For so many years, it was like the lowest population in PSA 10. Because in the beginning, they weren't highly regarded as being much of a collectible. And so they were kind of overlooked. And now I get people all the time looking for PSA 10 copies of trainers. So that's why I saw value in them. Okay, let's see what's in here. I'm just gonna open it. Okay. Now, everything here is a PSA 10, so if you can't see what it is, they're all PSA 10s, the whole lot. These are PSA 10 common trainers. More PSA 10 common trainers. Okay, these are common trainers. Now these are uncommon trainers in the PSA, in the base set. These were numbered 80 to 90, so there were 11 of them. So these are all PSA 10 uncommon trainers. Again, okay, no, those aren't uncommons. Okay, energy retrievals, defenders. Okay, so those are uncommon trainers. I guess these are going to be some extra rare trainers, numbered 70 to 79, like super energy removal, couple scoop ups, trader, breeder, imposter Professor Oak. Computer Search, interesting, used to be the most expensive first edition. Let me turn off that alarm. I'll be right back. You can hear me. Let's see, where is it? Oh, there it is. My beautiful wife sets alarms for everything. Probably 10 alarms go off a day. But then again, we never miss anything. We're always on time for everything, so there's a method to that madness. Okay, as I was saying, computer search used to be the most valuable, and then super energy removal was the second most valuable rare trainer. And that was because of low populations. Well, those populations eventually caught up. And there's the super energy removals. And now, LAS is probably the most expensive PSA 10 first edition base trainer. Okay, so those are all rares. Okay, I'm going to pop those back in the box because we have so many cards here. And let's throw that over here. Okay. See, there's one of these I want to do last. Okay, let's oh well, I don't want to take up all your time, so let's just get this open. See, you can tell he's one of my customers. It's all saran wrap, no tape. Tape inside of a package is not only idiotic, but very damaging. So I love it when my longtime customers, they follow my lead by using zero tape and just saran wrap and bubble wrap, because that's all you need. Okay, I'm gonna do this one after. Just quickly, let's see. Okay. Okay, this is going to be part of the 10 set. Okay, included here are all the non-hollows in the 10 set. They're all PSA 10. It's all the commons, uncommons, rares, energies. Whoops, sorry, sweetheart. Okay, these here say, they all say extra. So these are just more first edition base set trainers. You can see there's commons, uncommons. These are all rares, you know, probably about a dozen in each package. Yeah, I would open them all, but if I open them all, this video is going to take about the same as a Harry Potter movie. So I'm not going to open all these. You can just take my word for what's inside. Like you see, there's a Clefairy doll rare. These are all not part of the initial set. These are all just extra trainers beyond the complete PSA 10 first edition base non-hollow set. So let's get this stuff over here. Now these are part of the set. I'm not going to open them up because they're all, you know, rares. They're all non-hollows. But I assure you, as part of a 103 card set. Boy, I love that. All saran wrap and bubble wrap. There's not a piece of tape inside this entire box. Gary loves that. Okay, again, these are all non-hollows, just part of the 103 out of 102 card set. First edition base PSA 10 set. Okay. With a lot of extra trainers. He loved his trainers, and I do too. Those have always done well, sales-wise, over the years. Okay, this is like the remainder. This is like the remainder of the set, the 103 card set. All PSA 10s, every common, every uncommon, and every rare, plus of course the energies. Okay, now this could get interesting. I sure hope what I think is in here is in here. Okay. I'm gonna need a nap after this. The old man's getting tired. More and more I'm hearing the old man of Pokemon. Isn't that sad? Okay, so first, this is pretty cool. Uh-oh. I see a piece of tape. The devil's tape. You see that? My brother, I'm surprised at you. But it's just keeping a cover over these cards. Okay. First, there's a PSA 10 first edition base Venusaur pack. And then a PSA 10 first edition, can you focus on that? First edition base Charizard artwork pack. So those two things are super cool. Love that. Okay, now, okay, let's get a look. Let's get a close-up of these. First, PSA 10, first edition, Alakazam. PSA 10, first edition base, Venusaur. Now this is a great card. This Chansey was so doggone hard to get a PSA 10 in that I think it's the lowest population. I think it's the lowest population. So that PSA 10 Chansey is absolutely awesome. Okay, and then we got a Clefairy. PSA 10 first edition base Gyarados, PSA 10 first edition base Hitmonchan, PSA 10 first edition base, let's see, just checking thick or thin on this one. Okay, these are both Machamps. PSA 10 first edition. There's the PSA 10 first edition Magneton. We got the Mewtwo. We got the Nidoking. And we got another Nidoking, so more than a set. Great Ninetales. This one looks like it was recently purchased. You can tell by the case, although I prefer the older cases and the older grading standards. You know, some of the new ones are awesome too. Okay, the Poliwrath, the Raichu, the Venusaur, and the Zapdos. Okay, now something's missing. I don't know what's inside here. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this, my friends, is a first edition Mewtwo. It's probably in like 6, 7, 8 condition, not sure. but you can see it's a square cut first edition base card, base hollow card. It's square cut. It has a black Sharpie mark here that I received this directly from Wizards, so that was put on there for whatever reason, but at least it was done by them. I don't know why. Maybe it was just to point out the fact that they're, square cuts or miscuts, which of course they didn't put in packs. In that. So, this is one that I sold to him about 5 years ago, and I always regretted it. Now I got it back. Okay, now last, but certainly not least, the final card in the 103 card set is the PSA 10 first edition base Charizard. Okay, I'm going to sneak over here just to take a quick look at it. Okay, it's a thin. The front is absolutely flawless. The back, 3 corners are perfect. One is part of a little tiny cut problem, but nothing that anybody else would even notice but me. Just the top edge cut. But there's no chipping in the blue, which is pretty common on these. So this thing is well deserving of a 10, and I'm very happy with the condition of this. I didn't see it, although I might have sold it to him many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I don't know what. But I don't remember this card, but it's one of my old serial number types. So anyway, that's the end of that. So like you can see, there's still deals out there. It's good to keep a good relationship with old customers that you sell nice cards to, because you build those relationships, and not only do you end up with some great friendships, like in this case, but also he's a doctor, and someday I might need him in surgery, and it's good to know you have a friend working on you, right? So anyway, I sure hope you enjoyed watching all this. A little shout out to SM Pratt and my friends at E4, and a couple more shout outs. One who wants to do something with this video, he said Anthony Padilla from Smosh, and of course my brother Leon Hart, Lee Steinfeld, who we support each other in all our things. So, and last but not least, I think it goes without saying that there's no way in the world could I be spending, I don't know, just this year, hundreds of thousands of dollars on stuff without my wife's approval, Tuan Tong Hayes, who kind of frees me up to be able to do all this, and then releases the money for me to do it with. So, a major shout out to her, and little Akira, our daughter, because someday most of these will probably be, hers and her brother's. So anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Like Leon Hart says, see y'all in the next video. And let's see, what does Scott say? Till next time, everyone. Bye-bye.